Hi thinkers, Tex here with Thinking Mom's Revolution, Thinking Out Loud, and today I want to bring you an interview with an amazing woman. Her name is Cristal Hedrick. When I was in Chicago for Autism One a couple of weeks ago, I kept hearing about this woman. Candace McDonald from Generation Rescue approached me and said, you really need to meet her and find out about her. I think she might be somebody you're interested in for Thinking Out Loud. She might be someone that you might want to get to know. I didn't get a chance to interview her in Chicago. She got sick, and that whole time in Chicago is crazy nutty anyway, so it never really panned out. But when I got home, I did a little research on her and found out what she was about and was blown away. We all know incredible mother warriors, warrior fathers, thinkers, thinking moms, thinking dads. We know incredible people who are fighting for their children with autism or special needs, but it is so rare for someone not personally affected to reach out and purposefully become a part of this community by choice. Cristal does not have a child on the spectrum, but she is partnering and working with Generation Rescue to help the lives of families who do have children on the spectrum and to reach out and help these children. And she just has a philanthropic heart. She just has that heart of gold. And so I understand now why 417 magazine has nominated her as one of the top 10 most beautiful women inside and out, or rather she's in the running for the finals. If you guys get a chance to go over to their website and vote for her today, please do. She really is a remarkable human being, and so it is with great pleasure that I bring you this interview with the amazing Cristal Hedrick. Hi, Tex here with the amazing Cristal Hedrick from Generation Rescue. Cristal is, Cristal, for lack of a better word, you're a philanthropist, I think is what you are. You help fundraise for Generation Rescue, and you're a huge part of helping them do good things for other families with children with autism, for children with autism. But it's not just Generation Rescue that you work with. There are other organizations and things. So Cristal, I could just sit here and talk about you and brag about you and go on and on, but I want to hear from you. How did you first end up working with Generation Rescue and doing the kinds of work that you do?
Well, when our goddaughter Shaylee O'Day was 18 months old, she was diagnosed with autism, and her mother Michelle and I sat and Googled for 24 hours straight, trying to find out what to do next. Where can we get help? And we came across Generation Rescue, and they seemed to be the most resourceful place for Michelle and what she should start doing as far as therapies and stuff. And then she called, and Candace McDonald actually answered the phone.
Candace McDonald is the executive director for Generation Rescue.
Yes.
And Candace answered the phone, and what happened next?
She just kind of guided Michelle in her steps and what she needed to take next. And then we decided what we wanted to do, because we had no idea that autism was recoverable. We wanted to make it known, so we started our annual event, A Day for Shay and Pals, and we just went from there.
So this was a big revelation for you and your friend Michelle, that people recover their kids from autism and that there is actually things that you can do to help these children. And
that's right.
Since then, your mission is to spread that message?
Yes, we want to not only spread autism awareness, but for our community, it's really well known. I feel like everybody in our community knows, what autism is, that it is recoverable. But the biggest thing for us in the beginning was we just wanted people to know that, hey, you know what? If a child's throwing a fit in a grocery store, they're not a brat. They could be autistic, and not to be too quick to judge on what the situation is, because they didn't know the situation. And so we really wanted to let other families know, other people know what, different actions kids with autism have.
Okay, so just spreading awareness of what it might look like, the fact that autism is recoverable, kind of bringing the community in around that. You already had a background in philanthropy and fundraising and doing stuff with nonprofit organizations. Tell me a little bit about that. Pre-Generation Rescue, what were you up to?
Well, I just kind of helped with anything in our community that I was asked, different school events. We have a foundation here in our town called Gift of Hope, which is, they send backpacks home with kids who are less fortunate, who might not have enough food for the weekend. We do Kids Across America, which is a camp here in Branson, which is for less fortunate kids so they can have a place to come in the summer. And then just recently, which I know after not pre-Generation Rescue, but I helped with the Sheryl Crow benefit for a gentleman from Springfield who had stage 4 colon cancer.
So you've already been really active around your state of Missouri in doing all of this. Now on a sort of national scene, you're involved with a much larger organization. How has that changed things for you?
It's very humbling. It's my husband and I have met so many wonderful families. We've heard so many stories, which inspires us to even work harder for other families so they can experience what the other families are having.
And what is it that you find yourself doing now with Generation Rescue?
Well, now I just do whatever. If I see something that's raising money for something, I'm signing us up and doing it. I know we spoke before, and I mentioned we did a Autism Taxi here in town.
What is an Autism Taxi? Explain that.
It is a taxi, our local taxi company, and we have a sign shop, Sunshine Signs, here in Branson, and they did a breast cancer awareness one. Well, around Thanksgiving, Generation Rescue did the Thanksgiving contest, and so, Donnell, Kennan, and I got our heads together, and we wanted to win this contest because we wanted to get the infrared sauna for one of our local families. And so what we did was we wrapped the taxi in different puzzle pieces. On the hood, have Rock the Spectrum, which is another annual event that my husband and I do. And then we sold ads to local companies and stay on there for a year. And they advertise their on the Autism Taxi.
Okay, so you broke up a little bit. So just for people that might have missed that little bit of audio, each puzzle piece had an advertisement that you sold advertising on the puzzle pieces and covered the taxi in it and raised money that way and helped a family get an infrared sauna. That's incredible. And you don't have a child on the spectrum. You're doing this because you believe in this cause.
Right.
Okay. And so we saw you in Chicago. Are you traveling a lot now since getting on board with Jen?
I will travel with Candace as much as I can.
Good.
And then this was my 4th year to go to Autism One to help with Generation Rescue. Nice. And for me, it's just something new since I don't experience that day to day, what parents do experience. I try to learn as much as I can so I can help, our local families, they can afford to go to Chicago or to these different conferences. So we just bring back as much information for them as we can.
That's incredible. I think Michelle is so blessed to have you as a friend. I think every autism family has experienced shifts in their friendships, friends running away, family members not being as supportive as maybe they could be. So to meet somebody like you who just not only stuck by her friend, but then really stepped up to the plate and went to bat, it's incredible. You're such an inspiration.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up for Gen Rescue? Is there anything in the works right now?
Well, we have the 417 magazine. I was nominated for top 20 beautiful women in the 417 area. And then we just went to top 15, so I made the top 15, so now we're voting on the top 10. And then the winner, they donate proceeds. They have a women's runway fashion show night, and they donate the proceeds from that to the charity of choice. So if I win, of course, Generation Rescue will get that.
Okay, so we need to get this video up online and shared before that closes. When is the voting closed?
June 7th.
June 7th. Okay, so that gives us a couple of days. We can get this up before then. So any of you out there that are watching this, please go to the website below. I will make sure that it's on the screen below and vote for Crystal because we want to see that money go towards Gen Rescue and more families who have children with autism that are in need. Yes? Yes.
That's right.
How is Shaylee doing? How is your goddaughter? Your inspiration.
She is doing amazingly well. She just started talking a lot more. You don't have to like tell her something and then have her repeat it. And then, she'll come and like if she wants to go do something or she wants you to go do something, she'll come and she'll grab your hand and take you to whatever she wants to do. So it's amazing. Just how far she's come just in the last year, really.
Very sweet. How old is she now?
She's 6.
Nice. And you yourself have children, correct?
Yes,
So-
I have a 13-year-old, Cressley, and she actually records CDs and then sells them, and then she raises money for Generation Rescue.
She is following her mother's footsteps. I earlier when we talked, I had mentioned to you, you said something about, well, you just feel like everyone should just reach out and serve. That's just a natural thing for you, which is probably why you've been nominated as one of the top 15 most beautiful women in your area, because I don't necessarily know that everyone just has that heart naturally to do that. It's lovely to hear that your daughter's following along in your beautiful shadow.
Well, thank you. And then I have my son Cash, and he's also 6. He's actually 3 weeks younger than Shaylee.
How sweet. And do they get on real well?
Oh yeah, he's like her protector. He doesn't let anyone talk to her unless he knows how. They know her, and he's just amazing with her.
That's so sweet. So you're a full-time mom, an activist, philanthropist, a fundraiser, an amazing friend. You've got so much going on, Crystal. I want to encourage all our viewers to go to the website and vote for you and vote for Gen Rescue and vote for this cause, because I think it's pretty fantastic. So you're going to just keep up all the good work, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. Listen, Crystal, thanks for being here with me on Thinking Out Loud today. I really appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.
I'm Talia Segling, also known as Tex, for Thinking Mom's Revolution, Thinking Out Loud.